Yo, back at it like we always do on Tuesday. It's the Merv and Stack show featuring Marc and Tina B. Tina's out tonight. Uh, what's going on, gentlemen? Merv, I see what you eating, man. What you got going on, man? Like you just got through eating. What's going on?
Man, I really didn't eat all fucking day, man. I had to goddamn had to hurry up and start
No,
my
hunger strike? What's some shit? Let me
hell
find you on a hunger strike.
Right?
no, hell no. I was actually busy today doing some goddamn work and shit. And I had a late life insurance appointment. I had to go and sign some people up right before this shit. I had to hurry to go to KFC. They got me a goddamn two-piece dart, that $5 fill up with two thighs. I keep that fucking leg.
Always, man. You could always expect you to give us something, man. Marc, what's happening, babe? What's the word in Philly, man? What's happening?
Shoot, everything's good. It was a real nice day outside. We got about three more of them coming up after this, before the rain comes. So I can't even believe it. We're gonna be 70 on Thursday, 65 tomorrow. Hey man, I'm a that 70-degree day. I already told boss man, listen, I'm off early. I got to enjoy my city. I got to enjoy my city. You know what I'm saying? Forget that.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about I think we got some really good temps here. It was cold the last couple of days,
Mhm.
but I think we're gonna have some 80s this week or
Oh, that's
whatever.
nice.
And some sun
Yeah.
and all that type of stuff. But Merv, much like you, man, it's a busy week so far. It's only Tuesday. It feel like I've done enough work to be, on Thursday right now. Like, bro, I'm just the struggle is real out here, man. These streets, man. The struggle is real. So, Marc, what you got for us, fam?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, informed me of something, and I was like, man, I thought he looked familiar, but I wasn't sure. But I gotta ask my my crew here, you know what I mean, my Snowfall crew here, right? Hit up Franklin's bodyguard. Yeah, I mean, I guess you would call him Lurk. Where have you seen him before?
Lurk?
Hit him.
You talking about the new nigga, right? The Merc.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
The bodyguard.
yeah.
um,
Man, do I need to cue the Jeopardy music real quick? Pew, pew,
what the
pew,
fuck we
pew, pew, pew,
hold up.
pew.
Hey Mark, coming from you, I'm if I had a guess without really thinking, the motherfucker was on the wire.
It gotta be.
And do we know the name? Do we know the name? You got one part right. You know what I'm saying? That was an easy
Um,
guess. Do we know the name? Name of the character?
yo, is that the motherfucker that did this?
No, that ain't him.
No, it ain't him.
Oh,
It ain't we Bay. But you know what? Let me go ahead and I mean, I'm not gonna prolong it. Lurk, you know what I mean? Lurk on Snowfall was Monk Metcalf, part of Marlo Stanfield's crew on The Wire. You know what I'm saying?
you got the put a picture up, nigga.
I mean, shoot. Man. I gotta send that to
Um,
y'all, man.
hold up, hold up, was that the crazy nigga that was just murking people?
Matter of fact, I'll tell you, he's the guy who shot Cuddy in his leg. You know what I mean? I mean, he shot Cuddy. You know what I'm saying? And Cuddy got shot in the leg.
Shit, man,
Mm.
you got me. Oh, god damn,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look that shit up.
Gotta
I,
look it up, don't
hey,
you?
Stacks had never seen a wire, so he's not sharing our joy right
Yeah,
now.
I didn't want to say that, Merv, because I know that everybody's throwing tomatoes at me right now. Across, I didn't want to put it out there, but yeah,
Yeah.
my black
Nah,
card probably needs to be revoked because I haven't watched The Wire yet. I'm trying to get to
yeah.
where I can watch it. I've
Yeah,
started off.
he has
Marc
to get
been killing me for weeks
yeah, he has to
without
get to it.
watching it, and
But
the
that's
black community in
that,
general looks down on me for that, and I
yeah,
understand.
but like I said, that was a Marlo Stanfield lieutenant. You know what I'm saying? And now he's, you know what I mean, with another kingpin. You know what I'm saying? For little Franklin Street. You know what I mean? I was like, man, I just wanted to put that out there. Another Wire reference from Snowfall. You know what I'm saying? I'm up to three now. I hope
Hey,
I get more.
that's not him, is it? Not that one,
Yeah.
right?
No, You know what I mean? For real, You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
yo,
Look up the name
y'all see
Kwame Patterson. Look up the name Kwame Patterson. You'll get it.
y'all see how
Um,
quick that dude pulled on Leon
oh,
when Leon got.
You got it.
Yeah, that's him.
You got it.
Oh man. But we gonna go ahead and kick it off, man. Episode 3, man. And here's what I want to say before we actually get into it. I know a lot of hardcore Snowfall fans was just hoping that they picked up where they left off. As far as I think the last scene in the last episode was when one of the more significant scenes. I don't know if it was the last when they showed Scully digging that bullet out of his arm and said, "Bring me fucking Franklin. I don't care what it takes." So I think a lot of people out there kind of disappointed because it didn't just pick up where it left off. But y'all know how these shows work. I mean, I've seen in a whole lot of shows where there's a build up, and then they pump the brakes. Like if you watch The Walking Dead, when they had a battle going on during that show, and right smack dab in the middle, they had like an hour and a half episode of like a flashback episode, like developing a character. And I know a lot of fans was like, "What the fuck is this?" I think that was one of these type episodes, but at the same time, I love this episode. What's your take, Merv? Before we get into it.
I feel the same way you feel. I feel like this was a kind of a transitional episode. Like you said, you can't have shoot 'em up, bang bang action every fucking episode. It just don't work that way in a fucking TV show. This ain't no fucking movie, and it's more.
Say the movie, dog.
You got a lot of different characters and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got Reed, you got Gustavo, you got other major characters in here that has a major part in this shit. You got Ollie. So I feel like it's a transitional episode. And this episode, I felt like this was a listening episode because the conversations were some very, very important conversations between people for you to understand what's the fuck about to happen or what's going on. So I think this was a transitional episode, and also one that you had to pay attention to for like your listening skills.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What you think, Mark?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna say like this. I agree with what Merv said. Also, I think they had to go back to Gustavo. His man's got killed, right? And we seen, how the sheriff was talking. He was talking to him real greasy. I ain't even lying.
He really was.
He was seriously disrespectful, and I was just like, you kind of felt that something was going to even happen to him just by the way he was talking to him. So I was like, they had to show that because I'm like, that was more of like a one-off type of thing. It's just like, yo, they're going to just go get him. I didn't feel they were going to do any business with him. They was going, just in that. So they had to, this wasn't going to be like an ongoing type of situation that Scully's involved with Franklin. I didn't think it was going to be a 2-war type of situation. I didn't think so. So I think they had to show that side, and then also, they had to, kind of show the relationship between Gustavo and Reed. You know what I'm saying? Which, he found out is Teddy McDonald. I think they had to show that to understand, like how is this thing going to keep going forward? Because you got to think, Teddy McDonald, he really can't trust anybody. Like, a lot of people trust him. Like, if you look from the beginning of where he was till now, a lot of those people have dropped off. So,
yeah,
what I'm saying?
It's like everybody that nigga trusted or know the truth. They dead missing or in jail or off the fucking show. Like, it's like everybody that knows about Teddy McDonald that either threatening him or any kind of threat, them niggas done. They gone.
Well, you know what I just noticed? They kind of the Scully scene. Now that I think about it, wasn't the last scene of the last episode. The last scene of the last episode was when Gustavo found. Yeah, and bro, when I saw that, when you go back, Mark, to the conversation that they had when they were trying to get the police chief to look away, because everybody knows that's how the drugs really. I mean, there's a lot of corruption in Mexican law enforcement, and that they take payoffs to keep that pipeline going from South America. Everybody knows that, and this cat was just a Stonewall type cat. He was greedy. He was trying to. They already had a deal in place in Tijuana, but there's a new police chief, and this guy is pretty much a thug. He a gangster. He's a police chief, but he is absolutely a gangster where he trying to damn strong arm them. As far as I think they were paying, the offer was 10,000, right?
Yeah, because
And
we were paying
that was
5.
it was,
And
Yeah,
that was
yeah, it was double.
the amount
Yeah.
that the last guy was getting.
But he wanted 100 stacks, and I never did put two and two together. Whereas that story that he was telling Gustavo's brother, where he's like, you ever, he was pretty much. I think he was indirectly telling the dude, if y'all don't pay, I'm gonna kill y'all. But nobody knew that, because it was just wild to me how that shit materialized. Because with the conversation he was having with him, I didn't think it would result in them, murdering them.
Yeah.
Hey,
That it was a wild conversation. It definitely was.
Hey, but somebody said, when Gustavo was about to go to the next level, Gustavo was shitting. Oh, you got that? Yeah. It said when Gustavo finally took off that fucking coat, I knew shit was real.
Hey, yo, and Gustavo was like. Gustavo's like a cyborg, man, because he's a wrestler. He's running them tough as nails type Mexicans, because this guy, I mean, when you get shot in a bulletproof vest, from what I heard, never been shot, but you still hit. You could be, be bleeding and stuff like that. But this dude is tough as nails.
Yeah.
But but we're gonna. Oh, not at all, not at all. And the funny thing is that Teddy, and this is the beginning of the show where where Teddy pretty much, Reed had to come out to him. Because Gustavo is very, I mean, like most of us, if family people get killed, we're gonna be reactionary. We're not gonna be reasonable. We're gonna try to go and get payback immediately. So Gustavo pushed his ass down, and this dude was like going to get him, like Dolo by himself. So he got with the Mexican intelligence, and they tied. And next thing you know, Gustavo woke up tied up in this warehouse and shit. Gustavo is caught, like he's still talking shit, tied up with duct tape. Y'all, he's like, y'all the one who y'all be licking Fuentes balls and shit. But little did he know, that was Mexican intelligence. And he was like, why the fuck would they help us out? And that's when Reed had to come out. Hey, I'm Teddy. My name is actually Teddy, and I'm CIA, and now so are you. And Gustavo's reaction to me was like, "Ain't this a bitch?" But Gustavo was kind of like, "Yeah, it figures, because you two up fucking tight to be a drug dealer."
Yeah, exactly. I was just like,
that was kind of
that
was kind of funny.
Hey, Gustavo put on that fucking black hoodie, and when since we talking about the character. When we got a damn scare Fuente to resort to his house, and we got to figure out some kind of way. It was like, yeah, but we just let it leak. It's gonna take too long. And Gustavo was like, we got to scare him. I know how.
He damn sure did too.
Yeah, he definitely did it. Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that motherfucker took off that damn jacket that he wore the last 3 seasons, put on a black hoodie, walked through a Mexican bar, killed a fucking cop, and then carved $100,000 on his fucking forehead.
So we call him Hoodie-oso now. That's his new nickname. Hoodie-oso. Because remember, he threw the dude off the third floor. Also has no issues killing the motherfucker, man. If you need to be killed, he's gonna do that shit.
Yeah.
But what we're gonna do is we pulled a lot of pictures. We're gonna talk about things in pictures and memes and stuff like that. We're just gonna go down the line and discuss them. We're gonna cover the entire show, and this is where we're going. Boy, Merv.
Before you go there, let's talk about this, because I'm in a lot of Snowfall groups, and everybody's still asking about, like, people was like, yo, wasn't Louis pregnant? Then people was like, yo, wasn't Franklin in school under Teddy in college as a professor? Like, people are asking questions. Like, so let's talk about that real quick. So correct.
I got you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. all that shit. That all right, the last episode, where after Franklin
season
got
3.
shot,
Yeah, that's season 3. Okay.
that was, you know how they say your life flashed before your eyes before you died and shit. So
Yep.
when he got shot, he was basically under. So all of that was just thought process in his head of how shit could have been different if he took another path. That was just basically alternative mindset when he was under, and when he didn't know whether he was going to die or not. So none of that
Mm-hmm.
happened in real. And based off the show, none of that happened in real life. All that was in Franklin's head. Louis being
Okay.
pregnant was in Franklin's head. Teddy come to his house trying to recruit him as a CIA. That was all in Franklin's head. So that episode when he finally woke up out the water, and his dad put that blanket, that's when he finally woke up. But all that was in Franklin's head. All that shit that happened, that was like, yo, where the fuck this came from, was in Franklin's head.
And Merv, to your point, I was trying to figure that out, but what gave it away for me, because I was thinking it was a flashback episode to give us some context. But when old buddy that they killed in they had to kill in season 1, the dude that was smashing Lenny to get the money out of him, that's that robbed the store. And I was thinking, okay, ain't no way in hell this dude. That's when I kind of picked up on it, because ain't no way this dude robbing the store, and Franklin. He's dead. He didn't hook up with him to go get this money back that he got robbed off of Lenny and Ray Ray. So yeah, it was, to me, it was a reflection type episode.
Yeah, but a lot of people still asking questions like, what happened to the baby that Louis was pregnant for? I'm like, yo, so all that was just in Franklin's head after he got shot, before they finally revived him and saved him. That's all that was. All that was in Franklin's head. Go ahead, Stats.
I wish you could remember some of it.
Right. Yo, but here's what we're gonna do. Our first picture, we're going to go to the dirty cop, Officer Nick, and hey, I'm gonna call it what it is, man, because Officer Nick could have ended this whole shit. And the reason I like the caption on here that says "I fucked up." Simply because it was a scene in the restaurant where I guess they set up a meet between Franklin and Officer Nick. And Franklin, what Officer Nick fails to realize is that Franklin has the upper hand, and he think that, oh, I'm a cop, I got a badge. Nah, you exposed. You took the money. Like Franklin told him, you had something on me 4 months ago.
Yeah, 4 months exactly.
You took that money.
Yeah. 4 months ago, yeah. Hey, dog, I don't know if y'all know this, but then when Franklin, it seemed like he got somebody when he won him, or he just got an idea. He do that little small smirk smile on his
smile, and then go back to that smile, and then go back to regular.
They go right back to
shit.
Hey, he be killing fuckers with that shit right there.
Yeah.
And what did he tell him? He was like, well, you try to set me up. Nah, I didn't set you up. I paid you to do a job. So do your job. And don't you ever come for me and mine again. And please shut the fuck up. Hey, that was some gangster.
That was it for me right there.
Hey, yo. And he got up. He was like, you know what? You can keep that. Have a nice day, Officer Nick. Hey, and the thing is, Franklin is absolutely right. And the thing is, I caught it when I was watching it over because I'm totally addicted to the show. But Franklin's pulling in like $1 million a week, I believe. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, got to the point where his operation was pulling in $1 million a week. Yep. So money buys a lot of influence, and to me, that's the key thing that's going on with this episode, as far as the real estate and all these meetings that went on during the course of this episode. Now, let me see which way I'm going to go with this right here. Let's go here for a second.
Yeah. Hey, when they had that first, hey, that nigga was hype, right? He was like, yo, justice gonna be served. We're gonna go find, like, I want to see Franklin sitting in prison. He was all in. and then like caption reads, oh, put it back up, put it back up. The caption read, my man switched it up real quick once he heard DEA agents were coming up missing, fucking with Franklin. Then when they had that damn meeting at the end of the episode, he was like, yeah, this is the far as I'm going to go out here.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yo,
I'm good.
And I gotta post this picture along with it because this reporter, she's one of those reporters that's gonna get. She said the truth is worth more than a bullet any day. I'm sorry, I beg to differ. I'm sorry, I beg to differ, but he was literally trying to tell her, look, I'm gonna give you this information, and then I'm hands off because this dude there was an ironclad murder case against this dude with a DEA witness. That DEA witness recanted the statement, and they still missing. So he was like, hey, I honestly think he wanted to say, and if anybody asks you where you get the shit from, we never had, and you know in movies when they say, we never had this conversation.
Yeah.
You probably want to say that shit because you can want to see Franklin in prison all you want, but how much is it worth? But this reporter, to me, I think it's too predictable, but she's definitely going to die. That's just my opinion. She's going to dig way too much. And I think that I don't think Franklin will offer though, because a lot of people get exposed. I think this is a type of situation because y'all remember Reed say there's some things I can help you out with, and some things I can't help you out with. Like I can't help you out with this gang war. I think this reporter though, this is somebody that Reed can definitely say yes.
I mean, and I said this last week. She's gonna put this whole story together. She just ain't gonna be able to get it out there. But she's gonna put all the pieces together. Read or handle it. You know what I'm saying? But she's gonna have this like price spread out her house. This is like, you know how like when the cops are going for a kingpin or whatever, and they put all them dots together. You know what I mean? All the people and they line it up all on the board. She's gonna have the whole thing lined up. You know what I'm saying? As far as Franklin. You know what I mean? But it won't get above him, but it will get to him. This is Franklin. This the family. They do this. They connected these people over here, connected here. This what happened to the cop. This what happened here. They're going to pull all that together. But she ain't going to get a chance to put that story out there.
And another reason, Mark, why I think real quick, another reason why I think that Reed is going to help him out is because it goes back to season 1 when Snowfall first kicked off. When the guy he was working with that he eventually had to kill, he was actually helping him. He made it seem like he was helping an old girl trying to find her sister, where he was trying to throw her off the trail. I mean, I think he's going to help Franklin out based on that because if Franklin gets caught, I think Reed may be smart enough to know that he'll be a little exposed himself, and that's why I think Reed's going to help. I mean, Reed is going to help him out. Because it's going to serve his interests as well, and I think Reed does care about his assets because he said, "Where I can help you, I can."
Well, the other thing, the more she finds out about Franklin, the closer she's going to get. The closer she's going to find out more about Reed and the whole fucking big ass story. So, of course, something like this Reed's going to help out because the gang war that shit won't affect Reed. Or his ultimate goal with the Nicaraguan shit, that's local. He don't give a fuck about that. But this damn reporter, the way she's searching, yeah, she's gonna find out about Reed, and it's gonna get back to Franklin and Reed. Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of the reporter, I got a picture up there with the girls that Franklin slept with, the house that he slept at.
Now, where's that? Oh,
she a baddie too.
All right, so somebody posted this and just let me know what your thoughts is. So I don't know if anyone else has asked this, but am I the only person who feels that this is that reporter's daughter?
Yo, that's, you know what, Merv? That's an astute observation because as we saw in the episode, the reporter's ex-husband, they still got a really good relationship. And apparently they were still fucking from time to time. That's what I picked up from that little episode.
That's what I picked up.
But it makes sense because I think she's she may be Philippine or something like that, and they were married. And I think they discussed even about having a kid or something like that. Like you should talk to her sometimes, something like that.
He
So
said,
that's it.
He said, hold on. What you just said? He said, our daughter has come back and got an internship, and I talked to her last week. She'll come around and y'all get it. Hopefully, y'all talk soon. Apparently, there's a bad relationship between the mother and the daughter. But he's like, yeah, she just got back in town. She got an internship.
Yeah,
So,
I believe that internship is somewhat in finance, I think, but I'm not.
banking.
Banking. Okay,
Banking.
all right, got you.
Banking.
Okay.
So let's pay attention to that right there, because if that is, yo,
hey, could be some money laundering happening very soon.
I never did thought about that, but yeah, it makes sense. That's a really good connection. So here's where I want to go next. Now, we got the project scene, with Leon is struggling because he's not getting his weight from Franklin anymore. So he got that shit that been stepped on 2 or 3, 4 more times. And Wanda, who's a crackhead currently, I'm gonna say currently, I'm gonna get into that later. She's complaining that the crack is whack in my Whitney Houston voice. She's complaining about that. And she's claiming she's complaining to one of the corner boys, and Leon comes up because she a crackhead, but Leon still love her, obviously.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, don't you know these motherfuckers is killers and shit like that? And Leon is like, man, what happened to you? Like he had a little moment with her, whatever, like, damn, what happened? And what do y'all think about this whole Leon hard in the street? I mean, this is obvious to me.
He do, but I don't think it. I would say like this through the seasons, it's not what it was. Because I remember he used to pop off, even when she was on crack. He used to pop off at Man Boy and whoever else over Wanda. Now it's kind of like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, all right, I stepped in to save her, right? But I'm not caught up on you like I was. Like, because it's been some years now, so
it's more
he
like
ain't really there with.
It's more like I'm disappointed.
Absolutely.
Get your life together.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So speaking of Wanda, a lot of people feel like this is the episode that she starts turning shit around.
I don't see that part yet. You know what I mean? The turnaround.
Well. Before my thing is,
hold on. Did you see the disappointment in her face when she pulled out her when she thought she had something in her fucking tooth, and it's like when the crackhead told Wanda to put her tooth under her pillow for the tooth fairy, I died twice.
Hey, I did as well. That shit was fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. And the thing is, what people gotta understand. I mean, people with addiction and stuff like that, man. With that crack in the '80s, man, like crackheads would like band together and just sit around all cracked up and figure out more creative ways to get more rock. And that's what they were like. She said, "There's this dog that I'm gonna steal, and if I can sell it for $500, we'll have rock for a week." And that's sad, but that was the reality back then, man. That was the cold reality back then, man.
But hold on, y'all didn't see that disappointment on her face when she pulled out her fucking tooth and realized it was a fucking tooth, though? It was like,
yeah.
I don't know if it was a disappointment enough to get her off crack, though. I think it was just a disappointment for the moment.
Mark ain't got no faith in Wanda. Hey, when Wanda pulled that tooth out, and when they was laughing and she said, "What's wrong with y'all?" I think that it was an epiphany moment. I think it possibly. I mean, I never underestimate the power of crack, but I mean, I am hoping that was.
Hey.
I'm hoping that was her episode. That was her come to Jesus moment, where she might look at getting cleaned up.
Based off my bold prediction is that tooth, pulling out that fucking tooth, is the moment that she had that epiphany and she'll start turning around and she either put herself in rehab or some shit. She gets back straight.
Hey Merv.
That's my prediction.
Hey Merv, if she got the tooth next week, I might co-sign that. If she got the tooth in the next episode, I might co-sign that. You know?
Yeah, because if the crack take over, she might try to damn sell it too. Because crackheads be trying to sell everything. I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I mean, you live in the hood, man. I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel has bought something at like 90% discount
Yeah.
from crackhead. I mean, let's be real with it. Let's be real.
Hey, man.
I got a whole lawnmower and weed eater for $45.
Shoot.
And hey, I got a funny crack story, right? So this is when my pops was still living, right? We was living in this little house and it was hot as shit. We ain't had no central air, nothing like that, right? So he said he was in the club, right? He's like, man, I need an AC. He was talking to this functioning crackhead, like, oh, Ernie, I can get you an AC. I can get you an AC. And so dude came by the house and he was like, man, I wasn't able to get the AC, you know, but I got this toaster. And my pops got mad as shit, like, I don't need no fucking toaster, man. It's hot as shit. I need an AC. He was like, man, I tried to pull that motherfucker out the window, but my wife kept waking up. And that's, bruh, behold the power of crack. Real talk.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Listen, you know what I mean? But see, that's when you had fiends who knew how to hustle and all of that, man. It was my man, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, man, this car, because we riding in this car, you know what I'm saying? It's like we like 17, right? It's his first car. I was like, man, you need to tune up or something. He's like, yo, that costs too much. I was like, yo, man, that boy Mr. Leroy know how to fix cars. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the crackhead? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We go to Mr. Leroy, like, man, look, you know what I'm saying? This joint, you know what I mean, look like it's about to conk out or whatever. He like, yo, turn it over, let me hear it, right? He like, yeah. He like, man, I could do a tune-up for you. I mean, for you got 40 hours. I'm like, man, look, we got 15 hours. That's all we got. All right, cool. Give me 15. You know what I'm saying? You know, and got that thing running right. Like he just got under the car. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Mr. Leon was dirty as shit like after that tune up, but that car was running right though. I was like, here you're 15, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? That's really all we had. We didn't have no money after that, but we had gas. I was like, all right, we got gas and the car worked. I was like, we can't eat nothing, but we just go drive around. So that worked, man. For real. That shit was crazy. Yeah. Brazilian, man. Crackheads, man. The best.
Hey, so all right. So let's pivot real quick. So hey man, this next person that I want to talk about. So hey, real shit. You got some actors, they play the same fucking role in every movie, every TV show. And it's like they just play this shit so motherfucking good. Nigga, how you know? How the fuck you not even tell you who it was? How you know that's what I was talking about?
Everybody know this motherfucker, and the shit that's on this meme is accurate as fuck. Every time you see this dude in a movie or a show, it's some bullshit that's about to go on right after that, man. Some bullshit behind this dude in every movie he in, bro. Every single one.
Yo, this dude, he always gonna be on some slick shit. I don't care what movie it is. Man, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, man, some people like I don't even know if you could trust them in real life. Like I've seen you in enough movies, my dude. Like I'm
Hey yo, Mark. When I saw him, I'm like, okay, here go this motherfucker right here.
Like the dude ain't even open his mouth, and you just, oh man, this dude. You know what I mean? He ain't even saying one word. Like that's how crazy that is. Seriously.
Hey, that's crazy, man. And like, yo, he really looked like a natural, real life scumbag. It like
exactly.
He really looked like a scumbag. Right. Like he looked like his name.
He a white collar scumbag though.
Exactly. He looked like in real life his name is Willie, because all the Willies I know has got some shit with them, and they always nickname Slick Willie.
Crazy, man.
Bad.
Well, goddamn, I tell you what though, Sissy Franklin Mama, as much as she fought that damn shit in the beginning, when Franklin first got started, hey, Franklin Mama Sissy turned into a goddamn gangster right now, yo. It's like
she really is.
She got her eyes on his money. on his real estate, on his power. She's tired of being the doormat and living life fair or whatnot. Yo, she told Franklin. First of all, she met that same scumbag nigga that we just talked about. Worked out a deal with his ass, and then made her son finish it, and made her son finish the goddamn deal. And she had no fucking remorse. Only person got remorse right now, the dad that used to be an alcoholic, used to be a homeless alcoholic.
AKA Calvin right now. Well, and that's Merv. That's I want to bring this one up. I know we was probably going to bring it up later, but this leads into this because I saw a lot of people upset at the fact that Franklin took the building. Now I know the building had a lot of sentimental value for those folks, but it's not like Franklin said we're giving y'all a new building and it's bigger and it's down the street. So he was trying to soften the blow of them losing the building, and when they wasn't appreciative, Franklin told them, y'all was gonna lose this shit anyway, and he said y'all have till Friday. Now I think a lot of people don't realize the chess moves that Franklin and his mom was playing to ultimately. I think this move was to get off to Knicks off the board and to have total. When you're working with the mayor and you working with these high shiesty politicians, you kind of untouchable in them streets, and I think that's the goal that Franklin and his mother is trying to do while trying to build up the black community.
But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. So they got double the worth for that building.
Mm-hmm.
And Franklin told them, keep the money, and here's a brand new building for y'all a mile down the street. All right, to piggyback off that. But here's the scary shit though. This was Franklin mama plan. Franklin ain't had shit to do with this. All this was Franklin mama plan.
Yeah, Franklin the closer though. That's who you. Yeah, I mean it's almost like
yes.
It's like he's the closer, but also you know what I'm saying it's kind of like good guy, bad guy, right? Mama come in there, talk to him. It's all nice, it's sweet, but she already got her plan. Then she sent Franklin, you know what I'm saying? And Franklin, he's a little, a little more edgy. This how it's gonna be. This it. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how they set that one up. That's
when Franklin asked that nigga, now, if I had a document that can complete everything you're trying to get for a multi-million-dollar deal, and you was in my position, what would you do?
He said, I would asking or something like that.
He said, I would request 10% buy-in.
Yeah, 10%
buy-in. As a matter of fact, I would demand 10% buy-in.
Yeah.
That's when Franklin was like, here you go. Motherfucker shit came to that shit. So Franklin is 10% owner of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
10% owner of that shit.
Definitely boss moves, and I hope that kind of break it down. Because when one of the Snowfall groups, I saw that people were very upset. They said, "Man, why Franklin did them old folks like that?" That was a chess move, man. And as you can see, during the course of that conversation, Franklin was like, and Franklin didn't even have to mention it. He was like, "Well, if you got any issues with this cop, I mean, your problems with that is over." But Franklin already figured that was implied, So that's when he asked him about the 10% buy-in or whatever. And right after that, let me go back to this picture because he did fucked up because he got and when you're in law enforcement, a lot of people don't realize if you're like a street cop that you in the streets or you dealing narcotics and shit like that, the ultimate slap in the face besides getting fired is being sent to. I think he got sent to evidence, right?
Yeah, evidence control.
That's like the That's like that's like one step away from getting fired, in my opinion. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, well, here you go. I'll bring it up again. You know what I'm saying? This actually happened on The Wire, right? When they demoted y'all mean for the chief and put him in evidence, right? So now you're not working cases. You're not working any big cases. You ain't on the street. You ain't doing nothing. All you doing is bagging up evidence that police are turning in from different cases. Oh, this is in row B. This is in row C. That's all you doing. So for a young cop like him, he's probably, probably only been on the force probably like maybe 6, 7 years, something like that. He's running around the streets doing whatever he wants to do. And now it's just like, yo, yeah, the evidence control. This is what you do, man. I know it's gonna be hard on him. It's gonna be
Yo,
hard on.
hey, Mark, an old boy in the police, the captain said, "Don't do shit either. If you do any fucking thing, you're not only gonna get fired, you might find yourself on trial."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, man, in no uncertain terms, yo, listen, you're
Chill
done
the fuck
and
out.
don't do
Yeah.
nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, man, I'm like, dude, I'm like, I don't know why he didn't understand this. I'm like, you're getting paid off by this guy, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this guy is in business. Yeah, I mean, for your partner Andre probably talked to you about how how he gets down and what he's doing.
He did talk to
So
him.
if you
He
know
know
who
the
he
deal.
is, if you know the deal, I'm like, are you trying to pull rank with this guy? Ooh, bad move, homie. Just a bad move all around. You know what I'm saying?
No, man,
Well, he,
motherfuckers getting paid a whole nother salary per week.
Yeah.
Per week.
I would have been chilling, bro. I would have been chilling. And the thing is, what he failed to realize is that he lost his power with Franklin when he took that money. And Franklin tried to tell him that, but he's thinking, well, I'm a cop and I'm still in charge. And I think they were in that bar after I think y'all alluded to it where he got it. I think that's what gave him the idea of taking the money, where he was when he got an earshot of how much money Franklin was pulling in a week. So he had to know that money runs the world. And if you can be bought off, what makes you think the police chief or the mayor or you can't use your money to influence to just either put your ass in the dirt or just dirty your name up or just take you out of law enforcement altogether? So it was a dumbass move on Officer Nix. I didn't like his bitch ass anyway. I'm glad he got taken off the board.
Mm-hmm.
But he gonna do something stupid. That's my prediction.
What?
My bold prediction is he gonna still. He one of the ones that can't leave well enough alone. I think he gonna still do something. He gonna try to do something.
Yeah.
Hey, what? Can somebody please explain to me what was? Have you already created friction with your business relationship with Franklin? And he says, "Yo, you're getting paid. Do your job and shut the fuck up." If you're going to damn come at him or have a rebuttal or try to make a point, please somebody explain to me what was the purpose of this motherfucker doing the fake arrest of Franklin Mama just to take her to Andre grave? Like if you're gonna get in trouble, man, do something worthwhile. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
That will put him in the evidence. That put him in the evidence department.
It did, Merv, but at the same time, Nix was so paranoid. He took that money. You know, he figured that Franklin. I guess he figured when Franklin sent him told him to put his Anglewood boys on and try to take out, Scully and his crew. He legit thought that Franklin would try to set him up to get killed. I don't know why he looked at it like that. He just got the intel from his Anglewood boys that Scully and his crew. We about to roll up in there. These dudes got like military style fucking setups and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if his pride was hurt, but he went back to Franklin. Or it might have been a money play. Like, yeah, you set me up to get killed, so I want double the pay. I think his ass either got greedy or his pride was hurt or both.
But they was going to double the pay. What it seemed like Franklin was upset about doubling the pay. Franklin was upset the fact that you came at my goddamn family. Don't do that shit no more.
Exactly.
He think about the money.
Yeah.
All the money Franklin got, he don't give a fuck.
I was like, man, the thing is, they could have worked that out, but he tried to. It's like he tried to chump Franklin and that's unacceptable.
Right,
Y'all
right.
not at the family. And that's why I was just like, I can't do any more business with this guy because I'm like, he came my family twice, not once, twice. Like, we can't do anything like that, and we won't, and that's why I had to shut it down.
And the thing is, Franklin ain't got to pay him no more.
No, no.
You don't got to pay him no more. You in evidence. You off the board now. What you gonna do? Tell? You can't tell.
I'm gonna say like this though. There's one thing that I think might happen though. I think some way, where he might have, get connected to that reporter. You know what I'm saying? To get his side of it, because it's like, what else can he do, right? He can't really make no moves out there, but he might could talk to that reporter about what he knows.
Exactly.
Speaking of
this, go ahead and read that stats.
Speaking of the reporter, real quick, it's always one that's too nosy, too good at her job until it gets them killed. Should have listened to her homeboy. And you know what? I think this is a little bit of that's a little bit of I don't know what Ruby pulled that out. I think that's a little bit of foreshadowing. But like I said earlier, I think
Marc said that
she might even get fucked up real bad. But I think it would be too predictable to say she's going to get killed, wouldn't it? Because to me, it's too predictable.
You know what? I'm gonna say like this. I think she's gonna put this story together. I just don't think the story's coming out. Like, now what does that mean? Does that mean she gets killed? I'm not sure, but the story won't come out.
Does she get paid off? Does she get paid off?
Well, will she accept a payoff? You know what I'm saying? We don't know that either.
That too.
We don't know her more accomplished. We don't know it.
You know what, Mark? Merv, and Merv, I'm glad you said that, because now that I think about it, she said the truth is she literally will die for the truth. She said the truth is worth more than a bullet any day. And when she said that shit, I'm like, oh, you wildin'.
So, in my opinion, if she don't get killed, then whoever that daughter is gonna be like, yo, the story or your daughter.
Yeah, I think I can see that happening too. I can definitely see that happening. Yeah. And and that'll make her back off it. That'll make her back off it. But here's the thing, she knows Officer Nix. I think they're going to talk. I just don't know when, but I think they're going to talk. And he's going to let it all out about Franklin to her. That's what I think.
That's a damn good prediction, bro.
One, two. That's a good one too.
Let's get into something that we didn't really see much of this character, but we really do need to talk about him. Because once again, the motherfucker was a fucking opportunist, and we need to talk about this statement that he made. Now, what I didn't like about it is like, okay, so Franklin chose, if I'm not mistaken, to take out Scully, or he chose to.
No, he chose to take out Scully.
Yeah, he chose to take out Scully.
Okay. My thing is that why does Man Boy feel comfortable enough to besides his mother, the two closest people Franklin got, well, I mean, you can put Leon in there, but I mean, not Leon so much no more, but Jerome and Aunt Louie. Louie said when they were doing this debate that we should take out Man Boy. So for him to just, for him to say, you know what, business, Franklin really did shit when we had the shootout. He's giving Jerome props for blowing off old boy head. Well, Jerome felt bad about that shit, and he gonna throw this shit in here about Franklin being weak. He didn't participate in the shootout, and shit been shaky. Since Franklin came back, it was all good when we were just doing business. That motherfucking Man Boy, he never misses opportunity, does he?
Nah, he always takes shots at Franklin. You know what I'm saying? But like I said,
right.
Like I said, right? No matter even if you get to be a kingpin, right? If you knew the guy from grade school, and however you knew him from grade school, no matter what he becomes, that's the way you're gonna see him. So if you ain't really seeing him as no guy, you gonna try to chump him like that. I mean, it's the same with Calvin with Peyton Fool with Ace. he tried to treat him exactly
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
Right.
how they go at each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know,
Yeah, I think Man Boy's a little older.
that scene just goddamn it proves what Louis said correct. When Louis was like,
Right.
she's never seen anybody this smart, this ambitious, this have
Trying to
this
get a better deal.
yeah, to be the man. It was like if we take out Scully, then we're gonna be next.
Be next.
So when he made a little comment talking about yo, shit been shaking since Franklin got back. It was smooth when it was just the three of us working. Jerome, so somebody, all right, damn, I forgot to send this to you. But somebody was like, they feel Jerome is kind of shaky. Like they wouldn't be surprised if Jerome pull a G Money and have got a little side deal cut with Man Boy. But it was like Louis. Louis the most loyal motherfucker out of everybody and one of the smartest. Because every time Man Boy said anything, Louis shuts that shit down.
Right.
And correctly, if you remember when they was asking who to damn get rid of, Jerome said Scully quick and said, I understand why Man Boy did what he did. It was like Jerome and Man Boy is kind of a little bit tighter than what the fuck
He got kind of a soft spot for Man Boy. And the funny thing is, Merv,
I ain't gonna call it no soft spot. I think they're just a little bit too chummy for me. Like Man Boy talking about, he call him babyface, like you are with your old ass. And the Jerome was like, fuck you, you yellow bastard. They too fucking jokey, chummy and shit to know that this motherfucker's kind of competition or kind of like you gotta watch this motherfucker. Louis the only Louis that motherfucker. Louis is that motherfucker. You hear me? Because Louis seeing all this shit.
The definition of a down ass bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Merv, I see what you're saying, but I think Jerome slammed down that trunk pretty hard. I don't know. It seems like he was upset when Man Boy said what he said, but I also see what you're saying. But the thing is, I kind of like Man Boy. Even though he's damn ambitious and shit like that, I don't know what it is, but I mean, of course, I don't want him to damn take out Franklin, but I kind of fuck with Man Boy, man. I just do.
He kind of got that little damn. He got some swag to him. This nigga got some swag to him. So.
Yeah, I like Man Boy.
He got some swag.
Like I said, he tests Franklin because he know him from back in the day. Like if he didn't know Franklin at all, I don't think they would have this kind of rift going between them, but they do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, for you this guy, but I know you from here, man. So you ain't gonna be that guy to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna treat you as such. I ain't gonna be disrespectful, but I'm gonna be a little bit disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? That's like if, you know what I mean, somebody from back in the day, you know what I mean, just say like a little smart ass comment to you, right? You know what I mean? It ain't total disrespect, but it's more like, okay, boy, you know what I mean? I see what you did there. You know what I'm saying?
I know people who try to do that shit too, man. Yeah. They try to look at you as you were like 20, 25 years ago. When you gotta check them like, hey, this ain't high school, bro. I mean, just you know, this ain't high. I mean, yeah, that's the type of shit. It goes on in the real world and shit. So I see that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just really wish that Man Boy wasn't so ambitious because Franklin, as far as business goes, I think Franklin knows who Man Boy is, but he know that Man Boy is the man in Compton. You know, I mean, I think he considers Man Boy under him, working for him, and that's why he, you know, tell Leon, you know, this is a businessman. Put all that personal shit to the side. He said, I'm not gonna damn, you know, we're not gonna do this just because you don't like the way a nigga talk.
Hey,
you don't like the way a motherfucker talk.
Right. Motherfucker.
Try, motherfucker. And that's some G shit, man, because what I like about Franklin is Franklin don't let shit get personal. And the one thing that he probably that probably detracted him. She's not in the picture no more. Which old girl, Melody is in Texas. He took time out of his schedule when she became a crackhead, to try to keep her off that rock. But I don't think he takes that. What makes him so good at what he does, he don't take shit like personal as far as business and shit like that. He gonna conduct his business, and the only thing that he really gonna get sidetracked from business is you fuck with his family.
I don't know, cause the way he be handling his goddamn mom and dad, he's like y'all gonna stay in this house for fucking pride, like the way he be. I don't know shit. He even be talking to his mom and dad on some business shit, like he talking to his soldiers in the streets.
Right. He's absolutely right though, because everybody's parents, the older generation, they kind of hard headed. When you get grown and you try to tell your parents something, you're like, damn, they still stuck their old ways and shit like that. I mean, because it's like that with me and my mom. Sometimes I tell her something, I'm like, man, you just like that's you thinking 20 years ago, you should do it this way or whatever. And they were like, it's Merv, it's like, Marc, y'all don't get them up. Like hurricanes in the South. When we lived on the coast, like old people, they wasn't leaving for shit. Like you gotta. Hey, this hurricane probably gonna blow this whole fucking area where your house ain't gonna be here. Yo, Marc, hey, we ain't leaving.
Not leaving.
What?
Yeah. And then give you a history on the house. Give you a history on the house.
Exactly. This house been here since
blah,
1850.
blah,
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Like,
exactly.
Like, Mom, you told me this story 10 other times before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously.
Absolutely. So while we're on, man, boy, let me put this one up so we can see.
So this was a bold prediction by somebody in one of the Snowfall groups that I'm in. It said Man-Boy will be the big name that gets killed this season. He's saying the wrong things around Jerome, and Jerome is going to play him. What y'all think?
I don't see it. Because he has a lot of territory. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he runs all of Compton.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you take him off the board, that means you put somebody else in place. You know what I'm saying? That's when you got people who run territory, they don't just easily get killed unless you got a soldier, you know what I'm saying, already. You know what I mean? For that Jerome's already been talking to you to step up.
But okay. Jerome don't think Jerome is not a business person, so Jerome don't think that way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Franklin won't do it, but Jerome don't think that way.
Yeah,
So let me ask you this: Let's take Jerome off him. Let's take Jerome out of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all see Man-Boy getting killed this season?
If it ain't by Scully, and it's by somebody else,
yeah, somebody else. Scully or somebody else.
If it's not by Scully or one of his team, I'm not seeing any of that.
There's no value in Franklin. The only way Franklin takes Man-Boy off the board, like Marc said, I don't see Man-Boy getting killed unless it's somebody from Scully crew. But Franklin would look at the cost analysis. He's closer to Compton than he is to Englewood. And Scully, when these guys that own territory like Scully and Scully and Man-Boy, when they get put off the board, it throws shit into chaos. Case in point, when Franklin got shot, the whole fucking drug game was in fucking total. And now, mind you, he's 21 years old, and you got grown man Jerome. You got Aunt Louie, and she said this shit is Franklin. This motherfucker got to come back because this shit is fucked up right now. So I think Franklin will see, because Franklin all about that money. He gonna see the cost. He will look at the cost benefit before he takes somebody off the board. That's why I think he said he was deciding against taking Scully off the board versus Man-Boy, because I guess Compton will bring him more money. That's what I say, and it's closer, and
I don't see Man-Boy getting killed this season either. Because I see Scully. Scully's gonna be the one that end up getting killed for this season. This season is about Scully, the war between Scully. I think Manboy survives because Manboy survives for a future season war between Franklin and Manboy. But it's not gonna be a war like that, like the Scully. It's gonna be like it's gonna be almost like y'all seen Godfather before?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. So you know that kind of war they had where, damn, somebody's gonna try to plant a mole in my crew. They're gonna try to get me from behind. They're gonna try to set me up. Like it's gonna be a mental. It's gonna be more of a mental war between Manboy and Franklin. Probably next season, where both of Manboy is gonna. He's finally gonna fall up on his aspirations and try to take out Franklin. But
my thing is Merv. But Manboy, and I'm pretty sure he knows this. Manboy, he loses by trying to take Franklin off the board, unless it's a whole lot of shit got to happen for him to even take over. He got to take Franklin off the board. He kind of got to take Louis off the board because those are the only two that have met with Reed, and Reed is the connect. And I think that's a lot of people really not looking at. Like, I mean, Franklin the only one that's getting that pure cocaine. He's the only one that's getting that.
For Manboy to make a play, right? He's going to have to somehow, get to Reed. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
And be able to talk to him, right? You know what I'm saying? I think Reed, aka Teddy McDonald, in this line of work, you know what I'm saying? He's a loyal guy. So I don't think like you've seen in other series where a guy got to the connect and then it's just like, all right, well, he met the price or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So now we're going to throw this guy into the mix. Like, Reed's kind of a loyal guy. I just don't see him betraying Franklin like that. I see him telling Franklin, yo, your man's out of line. You know what I'm saying? Because he came to see me, right? You know what I mean? For talking about product. I can see that happening. You know what I mean? I don't see him taking him on the board.
Right. And Mark, if that was to happen after that, Manboy would absolutely have to go. He would after that, he gotta go. He gotta get taken off the board.
But I think what would happen, because Franklin being smart, he would go to whoever Manboy's number two is and set it up. He just like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if this you can be, the top spot. I mean, you don't want to be behind Manboy all your life.
Kind of like what he did with Ray and the Ray and Lenny situation.
Yeah.
Make peace with one and say, hey, look, just check this out. I'm about to take your boy up. He telling Manboy, well, Boosie dead. He put his ass on the cross. But go to Manboy's number two and say, look, we about to take your boy off. I'm about to give you an opportunity of a lifetime. Mm-hmm. I'm about to give you Compton. Your boy gotta go. All I request is your loyalty.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
That's how that would be. That's how that would be handled when it gets there. I just don't think it's just going to get there this season.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either. That's next season.
Mm-hmm.
The closest it'll be next season.
Right.
So
we gonna talk about this. We can talk about this raid, Marvin. What we got next?
Yeah, that's the last. That's the last part, right?
Scene. I was just saying that for the last.
All right. Well, yeah, we there. We right there.
Hey, I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't think people really understand Teddy McDonald, aka Reed Thompson. And the thing is, I think he struggles with the fact that let's go back to his relationship with him and his dad. It's clear that his dad favors Marc. Y'all see that scene when they came into the house, and you wouldn't even think that that was Teddy's father, because as soon as he came in the house, he only really acknowledged Matt, because he thinks that Teddy is pushing papers at the State Department. He doesn't know that Teddy is a CIA officer involved with funding this war, the Iran conflict. He doesn't know all of that, and I think it kills Reed, Teddy, not to be able to tell him that, because he wants his father to be as proud of him as he is of Matt. And I
Yeah.
say that to say this: Reed is a CIA officer, so and I'm premise this with with that raid because when Gustavo went off the handle and did what he did to send a message to the police chief of Tijuana, Teddy was like, "Well, now we ain't gonna get no fucking backup, no help, or nothing like that." If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. That was a 2-man raid, right? That was just Teddy and I don't know if y'all Teddy. People need to realize how much of a bad motherfucker Teddy McDonald really is as a CIA officer.
But
This dude, go ahead.
I'll tell you something real quick, right? Like Teddy, like I know a lot of people were like, oh, kind of watching it now. Yo, man, he's the most gangster guy on the show because how he does business, right? And I won't disagree. But Teddy still had to be made that way. He had to take out his partner in season 1 because that was too much for him. You know what I mean? At that time, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
You know, shook
right.
so he had to grow into the guy he is now. You know what I'm saying? Just in case anybody forgot, go back to season 1. Teddy McDonald was not the Teddy McDonald you know now. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to grow
Nah, he
into
wasn't.
that. He had to grow into that.
Yeah, because matter of fact, he got upset with his partner who
Yeah.
killed the girl that knew too much information about them. So he killed him just for killing a damn girl that could have got them in trouble.
Bro, bro, that raid,
Yeah,
and that's why
that was nuts.
people was upset with this episode because it didn't go straight back to the battle, but this raid really did it for me. A 2-man raid that took out. Now, mind you, these wasn't no regular dudes that they took out. The as Mexican intelligence explained that these guys are well connected. You know, if we bring them out, they're probably going to go to a disclosed location. The CIA, of course, they got all the fucking information. So when Gustavo, murked the one dude, and it was Gustavo's idea. I know how to bring them out.
Yep.
So when he came up when Hoodie also, when he went from damn Gustavo to Hoodie also, and he threw that dude off the little ledge, and he jumped down there, cut his throat, and carved that 100,000 in his head. He brought them. He had them boys shook because y'all read the subtitles, and the dude was like, "How the fuck did they know where he was, and who the fuck are these dudes?"
Right.
And that took them to the complex. And I was thinking, I mean, they got to get some help. Just 2 of them can't do this, but I mean, that proves you got Teddy as a fucking CIA operative, and also who's just the toughest nails motherfucker, man. What y'all think about that raid? I loved it.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, first thing, Teddy comes in with the big gun. You know what I mean?
Ready
to. They playing cards. He shoot the whole table up. He knocked the whole table off.
Quick!
About 5 guys. You know what I mean? Knocked them off, right? You know what I'm saying? First thing, and here's the thing, where, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, they just came in. I mean, both them guys got shot. Like, you got to understand, they had a vest on. But both of them got shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, so that wasn't like the easiest raid to do. Because they both got shot. Like, wasn't easy. Had to be at least up to 10, 11 guys. They got them, but it wasn't easy. And it was a 2-man raid. That was I mean, I love seeing it, but it's just like, I don't want y'all to do no more like that. Because one time, it's going to go bad. So, no more of that.
Yeah.
What you got, Merv?
It was just like watching it was like watching a JV version of John Wick. That's why I felt like I was watching a TV version of John Wick, the way they were just walking this motherfucker, just shooting these motherfuckers. And goddamn, hey, Gustavo, you know what? So when I got to Gustavo scene, what I thought about is when Doughboy finally got that nigga that killed Ricky and walk up on his ass slowly.
Turn your punk ass over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When Gustavo got to that motherfucker, it was like he killed him slow. He wanted him to see this me, motherfucker. And
That's why he ain't shoot him.
That never crossed me.
Yeah. And he didn't want to shoot him. You know what I mean? He definitely made it personal. You know what I'm
He
saying?
wanted him to die slow. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
that grunt he let out was that satisfaction of that
Yeah.
vengeance that he had for his
Absolutely.
brother, man. And I'm just kind of wondering. I mean, where do they go from here? Because Gustavo is in the CIA now. I mean, it's like when you get outed, it's like you got to put the person in the CIA. That's kind of funny to me. But where does Teddy? Now they know he's Teddy. You know, where does Teddy and Gustavo, aka Hudioso, where do they go from here?
Well, they still got to keep that operation of Gustavo going.
Exactly.
You know how they got they you know when they run the drugs in the house or whatever and they run it across that tunnel, they still got to do all that. They got to set up somebody else in that house. You know what I'm saying? And they're still in business. They'll probably Teddy will probably have a hand in, you know, who's the next police chief. You know what I'm saying?
Right, of course.
You know, and they'll set that up some way, and I think that'll be business as usual. But now it's like Gustavo just knows who he is and knows what he's about. You know what I'm saying? And it'll probably for Gustavo, I think it'll be maybe a couple new responsibilities since he does know who Teddy is and he is part of the CIA. You know what I mean? Indirectly. You know what I'm saying? So I think it might be a couple new responsibilities for him.
I like how Teddy explained to him the benefits of him now being in the CIA because he was thinking like I don't want to be no fucking I'm in law enforcement. He was like, how many motherfuckers you know can kill a DEA agent and get away with it? And I guess Gustavo was like, you got a good fucking point there.
hey, Gustavo's like, you right. Sure enough, right now. Can't get no writer.
Yeah. Yo, so
yeah, that was good, man. I mean, good review, yo.
I think that's everything. But I wanna do one more thing, man. What's your bold prediction? Yeah, well, I think it's safe to say we're gonna go back into Now my only thing about that episode is like that lull in the battle where it seems like most people would go into hiding and stuff like that, but Franklin was still out in the open conducting business and stuff like that. So my thing is obviously this next episode. I think they're going to go back into the battle that the battle between Team Scully and Team Manboy. So what do y'all think is that we got coming going into episode 4, bold predictions or whatever?
Well, I think Leon's getting dragged into this battle because he's met Scully, and they're going to shoot at they're shooting right at him. I think Leon's getting shot. I don't know if he's getting killed, but I think he's getting shot. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And I think him getting shot, and has nothing to do with Leon. That's going to drive a wedge even more between Franklin and Leon. That he's getting shot over some shit that has nothing to do with him.
Yeah, we got Leon. Oh, you know what? I never thought about that. One of my homeboys, shout out Eric. He predicted this a couple of episodes before. He think that Leon is going to get killed this season.
Maybe. Maybe.
I think, it's kind of hard to say what's going to happen. I think it would be too easy to say that Scully is going to get killed. I don't really have a prediction, man. Because it's just so many things to me that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know, man. Merv, I'll kick it over to you because I don't even know what's going to happen, man. Because with this episode, and you got Scully is apparently still trying to off Franklin. And Manboy and them conducting business as usual and shit like that, with Jerome and Aunt Louie. So I mean, I don't have a read on what I think is going to happen, as what I think we're going to be going back into the actual battle portion of the season.
I feel like they're gonna drag it out another episode. I don't think it's going back to Manboy.
Okay.
Next episode. They know that's what everybody waiting on, and so is. I think it was dragged. I think the next episode is gonna be more about Franklin and Leon and the next steps between them, whether they get closer or whether they get further apart with their friendship. And I think it's gonna be more. I think next episode is gonna be surrounded between Frank and Leon and the surrounding people. Like I feel like one like I know Mark's like yeah what the fuck else. But I feel like Wanda's gonna be a big part of the next episode. Leon, Franklin, and Louis. I think those four people is the next episode is really gonna be based on. And I think, like I said, my bold prediction is I think that's one of the next episode we're gonna see that first light bulb of Wanda be like, yo, I got because I got teeth falling out and shit. So that my bold prediction is Wanda starts her beginning of Get Back next week. But I think the episode is gonna be based off Leon, Franklin, Wanda, and Louis.
Okay. All right. All right. I mean, that's good, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like now we gotta sit back, see what happens. You know what I mean? For us, see what happens this week coming up, and you know what I mean, for real, you know, we'll come right back. You know what I'm saying? For next week to see what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
We
True
reconvene.
that. True that. But great episode, guys, as always. Shout out to our pod mates. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Becca. Shout out to Tina B. Shout out to YouTube, One Mile High Radio, Blackjack TV, 199 on Zingle, Bobby Blackjack come through. Shout out to Facebook Live. Shout out to our over 400 members in the Guys Podcast Facebook group. We appreciate the love. We appreciate y'all fucking with us. Before we get out of there, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we lost the GOAT 24 years ago, March 9th. Notorious B.I.G. was gunned down in Los Angeles. I just think that's why I wore my shirt representing, and I know Sean hate because I gotta have my man Jay-Z in there, but representing BK to the fullest. We got Jay-Z and we got the GOAT, Notorious B.I.G. No Nas, because you know, rinky dink rappers don't get on shirts like this. But shout out to B.I.G. Of course, we'll always love Big Papa. And I think that's it, gentlemen.
By the way,
we will be right.
Oh, and since you're talking about that, kick down the door, that was about Nas.
Absolutely, I support
Kick
that.
down the
Sean,
door,
you need to know that.
All you heard was Biggie, don't hit me no more. That song is about
Yes.
Nas.
It really was. I support that. I'm glad you put that out there for Sean. I know he's not watching, but make sure we mention this tomorrow when we come back with the Guys Podcast at 8 o'clock, like we always do. We're going to talk about movies tomorrow. We're not going to spend too much time on Coming to America. Coming to America 2, highly controversial because they got a lot of people that's really bashing the movie. I'm going to get my thoughts on it.
No doubt.
I'm going to get my thoughts on it tomorrow, but I mean, people got to realize that.
It's more than movies.
Go ahead, Merv.
Tomorrow's about sequels.
Yeah, sequels. Yeah, absolutely.
Sequels. Like Come to America that's what everybody's gonna hear because it's trending right now. But we talk about sequels, so Come to America 2. So we're gonna talk about classics and sequels, and then we're gonna talk about classic movies that maybe wouldn't mind a sequel to, or classic movies that be like, yo, they bet not make no motherfucking sequel. That shit was a classic. That shit don't need no fucking another shit.
Mm-hmm.
Leave that shit the fuck alone. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
Feel you on that. No doubt.
Right.
No doubt.
That's what we getting at tomorrow. But other than that, I will see you gentlemen tomorrow in about 24 hours. Until then, gentlemen, salute.